You know, we're all shoppers. We buy stuff literally every single day. But have you ever stopped to really think about how that stuff actually gets to you? It's not magic, that's for sure. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and take a look inside the hidden world of retailing. Think about your morning coffee. Seems so simple, right? You just buy it? But that one little purchase? It's actually the very last step in this huge, incredibly complex global machine. It feels simple, but it's anything but. And it's not just coffee. Let's look at a few other things we all do.
You know, like popping into the local corner store, the Kirana shop, for your favorite biscuits. It's a tiny little purchase, but it's a daily ritual for millions of people.
Or how about grabbing medicines from the pharmacy? That's a totally different vibe, isn't it? It's not just a casual buy, it's something you really need, and you have to trust the place you're getting it from.
And then, of course, there's the modern classic, ordering a new phone on Amazon and having it just show up at your doorstep. See? Whether it's a tiny physical shop, a critical pharmacy, or a giant online store, it's all the same thing. It's all retailing.
Okay, so what is retailing officially? It's pretty straightforward. It's the act of selling something, whether it's goods or services, directly to the final customer. And that's you. You're the one who's going to actually use it for yourself, not turn around and sell it to someone else. It's that last critical step in the journey of any product.
So you might be wondering, why do we even need this whole industry? And that's a great question. It turns out the entire world of retailing exists to solve one gigantic fundamental problem in how our economy is set up. Let's dig into what that problem actually is. All right, I want you to picture a giant factory. To be efficient, its whole job is to just crank out tons of the exact same thing. Let's say it makes shirts. It's not going to make one or two. Nope, it's going to churn out like 10,000 shirts all in one go. Now let's flip the camera over to you. You're not looking to buy 10,000 shirts, are you? Of course not. You just want one single shirt in your size, maybe in that cool color you like. And there it is. That's the huge disconnect. How on earth do you connect a factory that makes thousands of something with a person who only wants to buy one? It's a massive, massive gap.
And this is where the retailer swoops in to save the day. Seriously, they are the bridge over that gap. They're the ones who go to the factory, buy all those thousands of shirts, bring them to a store near you, break them down into single items, and then line them all up so you have a choice. They make it possible for you to buy just one.
Okay, so how do they actually do all this? Well, every single retailer, I don't care if it's a massive hypermarket or that little shop on the corner, has a secret toolkit. And you can think of them as their 5 essential superpowers.
And these superpowers have a handy little acronym to help you remember. BBSAS. That's buying, breaking bulk, storage, assortment, and service. This is the core playbook for basically every retailer in the world. Let's zoom in on a couple of the really big ones.
First up is breaking bulk, and honestly, this might be the most important one of all. So the retailer goes out and buys in huge quantities. Imagine them buying this massive 50-kilo bag of rice.
But you're not going to haul a 50-kilo bag home from the store, right? So what do? They break it down for you into these nice, manageable 1-kilo bags. That's the magic of breaking bulk. They do the heavy lifting so you don't have to.
Okay, superpower number 2 is assortment. This is all about giving you choices. Think about a supermarket. You walk in and you've got this massive variety. Tons of different brands, sizes, prices, all under one roof. That's a wide assortment. Now, the flip side of that is specialization, like a shop that only sells running shoes. They have a deep but narrow assortment. Both are totally valid strategies, but they're both about putting a curated selection in front of you.
All right, here's a fun fact about retail. The only thing that's constant is change. I mean, think about it. The stores our grandparents went to, they look nothing like where we shop today. But this isn't just random chaos. There are actually some really cool theories that explain why retail is in this constant state of evolution. One of the most famous is called the wheel of retailing. It's like a cycle that just keeps turning. So it starts with a new store in the entry phase. They're cheap, no frills, maybe a little basic, but the prices are amazing. Then, to get more customers, they start to trade up. They make the store nicer, they add more services, but that costs money, so their prices start to creep up. Finally, they hit the vulnerability phase. They're now big and expensive, and suddenly they're the perfect target for a brand new, cheap, no-frills competitor. And guess what? The wheel starts turning all over again. Yeah, this quote just nails it. It's a tale as old as time in the business world. Today's scrappy underdog is tomorrow's bloated giant, just waiting to be disrupted by the next big thing.
Here's another cool way to think about it, the accordion theory. Picture an accordion. Sometimes retail expands. You get these massive department stores that try to sell you a little bit of everything. Then the accordion contracts, and you get these tiny, super specialized boutiques that focus on just one thing. The entire industry is constantly breathing in and out between these two extremes. Okay, so we've gotten a peek behind the curtain at how retail works and how it's always changing. But let's zoom out. Why does any of this actually matter? Well, the truth is, the impact of this whole system is absolutely massive. It touches every single one of our lives.
I mean, just look at who benefits here. For us, the shoppers, it's a no-brainer. We get convenience, we get tons of choices, and we can get things easily. For the people who actually make the stuff, the manufacturers, retailers are their lifeline to the public. It's how they reach millions of people and get critical feedback. And for the economy as a whole, whoa! Retailing creates a staggering number of jobs and is a huge driver of economic growth. It really is a pillar of our modern world.
So let's wrap this up with a question to chew on. We've seen retail evolve from dusty corner shops to global websites. For a long time, the job of a store was simple, to sell you things. But that's changing, and it's changing fast. So what will the store of the future do for you? Will it be a place to hang out, a source of entertainment, a personal advisor? Whatever the answer is, that's what's going to drive the next big spin of that retail wheel.